Yoga for Healing Warriors. Earth element. Let's see what's going on. Jumping right in. No stagnancy, no confusion, only clear information to guide us. And the way that I'm shuffling, and I'm saying that because I can feel the resistance that we are going to get through. Ashe. Ashe. Oh. Somebody that you've been giving to? Somebody that needs financial assistance? Someone promoting a change? I know that the elevated high vibing signs are making changes. Heartbreak at the bottom, grief, release, healing, and financial loss possibly. But the important part is, yes, there's been heartbreak, and yes, you are releasing that. Releasing the cloudy days and the pain. Let's see, where are you in this earth element? What are your feelings on this? The resistance is real. What do we need to know, Holy Spirit? Oh, judgment has been called. A renewal, awakening. And these cards have been through it, as you can tell. Poor judgment. It's been used out so much. Fire element, Pluto. King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And what is the underlying issue? What is the reason this judgment has been called down? Oh, a star. Star energy. High Priestess. The underlying is there's a star that's nourishing a healer. But this is a star that's lacking ideas. The star has maybe have had judgment called upon them for being unreliable and distracted, lacking their own ideas. Possibly a Queen of Cups, someone that's pretending to be a star and a emotionally balanced individual that's mature but isn't really. Is that why judgment is being called down? I hate to see that. What's with this star and the Ace of Wands? Knight of Wands in reverse. Why did I say Ace of Wands? This is someone that's been making plans. They've been scrying. Using that to take opportunity for gain. This is how this star, that's a Knight of Wands in reverse, has been scrying and setting goals, trying to search out what they can do, who they can find. And I'm feeling manipulation big time. Judgment card is here. This may be a Knight of Wands in reverse that has approached a Queen of Cups, or there's a Queen of Cups in the background. But this is someone that's scrying. This is a star energy that's had judgment called on them. A Knight of Wands, someone that's being very immature. Somebody that's looking toward the future, scrying. Who are they scrying on? Who are they trying to climb on the back of? Somebody from their past that they were close to. And they're making slow, steady movement toward this individual. Who is this individual that they're scrying on and moving toward? Somebody that they're familiar with. Somebody that they're holding on to. I'm feeling stalker. I'm getting stalker vibes. Someone that's pretending to be a star, a healer, that's making plans for financial gain, scrying, because that is what they're comfortable and familiar with, and they are refusing to let go of that. So judgment has been called. What's the strength in this? What is their reasoning? Oh, because they don't want to carry these heavy burdens. It's too much responsibility to actually heal, to do the work. It's too much of a burden to actually heal. They're having a breakdown now because it's been too much responsibility and they have failed. Hence, judgment has been called down. Somebody that has been working in a group, possibly. Someone that has been celebrating and finding things funny in the background. Working in a group. Wanting to hold on to what they've been doing repeatedly. Scrying to get ahead. Pretending to be a star. But judgment, baby. Judgment. We are doing earth element. And what is the guiding force behind this? What is the guiding force? Somebody's moved on. They left the scene. What is the guiding force in this? What is the guiding force? They're wanting power. They're abusing the generosity of others. They are stringing others along, loving that they're codependent upon them, and extorting them without them being even aware of it, possibly. Devil energy at the bottom of the deck. They are stringing others along with false promises, temptations, lust, and materialism. Possibly drugs and alcohol and materialistic things to keep them bound and stuck. Why would you release being a grounded star protected by your ancestors to be a Knight of Wands in the reverse that's trying to get ahead falsely and being seen? Obviously being seen because it's on the table. Not just my table either. This couple, possibly. But whoever it is, they are bound, being strung along out of their own fears of healing and trusting their guts and what they've been gifted. Possibly losing that gift, but holding on for dear life. And what is the outcome of this situation? What is the outcome of this situation? They're looking forward. They are definitely working in a group, having some backup, exploring their options for financial gain, possibly dealing with a high priestess. The high priestess that may have been given to them that helped them with their burdens, but now judgment has been called. Tower. Tower. Wow. So, this star energy, Knight of Wands, and page, not even a knight, a page. Someone's child or someone very immature. that's been scrying and prying into your background and what you are familiar with, trying to gain clarity, wanting to hold on to the energy of others that they have lost. Now, really very heavily burdened in a failure because judgment has been called. Earth element. Dealing with earth, or this is you. That devil card has been showing its face so much. But judgment is usually not too far behind. Or a tower. They should learn. They should learn from karmic lessons, repeated patterns. They've been getting the signs of deja vu. So what's with this knight, or no, page? I keep wanting to call him a knight. They're a page of wands is caught in their web of dishonesty and trickery. That's why we have the tower, judgment. I'm sure they're seeing, wishing for peace, wishing that they have been balanced. And this burden, this 10 of Wands in reverse, that they are realizing they're in a failure, realizing they have put too much, they bit off too much they can't chew, they wrote checks they can't cash, and they are no longer longing for what they've been thirsty for, at a breaking point, overwhelmed. Now they want to give it up. I don't want it no more. This is too much. I take it back. Oh no, there's no takebacks, baby. So what's to become of this? There are no mixed signals. It's very clear what's going on. The resistance of this timid person that is suppressing their truth of a star, suppressing it to be dishonest and deceptive and trickery, thinking that was going to get them ahead. Make it make sense, please. That doesn't make any sense. And this giving that they are no longer getting, this charity, they're no longer getting this charity. So what's going on with that? They're not being given to. They're lacking power. They want to try again. They need to take a new direction. Divine masculine energy that needs healing and to growth. Judgment is being called down. Towers to upheaval, things that should not be. Bringing chaos so that they can regain possibly a rebirth. But to try again, being honest and true, being an actual divine masculine energy to have this new beginning. But they are feeling trapped, stuck, a captive of them own selves, their own thoughts, their own greed, and their own web of lies. So now they're facing judgment, and they are overwhelmed. And this new beginning, this looking out to the future, what is that holding for them? They want to establish family security. What is this future holding for them? Clashing differences and incompatibility that they don't want to admit to. This divine masculine is living in fear and dishonesty, wanting to pretend like, oh, it was an honest mistake, and like they're the victim when they're actually a lost soul. And what's with this conflict that they want to try to say it's, oh, it was just a mistake? But they've been misguided by their own imagination and fantasizing that they could put someone else in this web. Now they're running, wanting to be invisible, not wanting to be seen for who they are. And this fantasy, where did it get them? An attraction, a spark is what they're hoping for. And what's to come of this spark? Stress, turbulence, tension, arguments, because the truth is seen. Judgment has been called, and there's a tower moment. They're not wanting to release the fog, but they're very overwhelmed and overburdened. Possibly pretending not to be longing and craving for better, now that this judgment has been called. And they're actually apprehensive, afraid, and in pain. Let's see, what else to go in a little bit further. This Page of Wands. Instead of being their true selves and being grounded, has been scrying and prying, making illusions, being deceptive and tricky. Knowing judgment has been already called, and they are heavily burdened, and they cannot clear up this fog, saying that it was just a misunderstanding. And this divine masculine that wants a new beginning, well, it's not really a divine masculine, because they reneged on that responsibility with a divine feminine. Wow. That he backstabbed, cheating, deceptive, mind games, and love bombing. Perfect opportunity to go in a little deeper on divine masculine and divine feminine energies. So what's up with this divine masculine? They're shocked that their mirroring is not working. Their binding is not working on this divine feminine. Give me a card on this divine feminine. What do we need to know in this situation? She has rejected this non-divine masculine that she knew is mirroring, and she put an end to it. And this rejection, we know, is protection. Closing a cycle so that you're not overwhelmed. You're fed up with that crap. You rejected it. You close the cycle because you are done with that type of energy of having a toxic lifestyle. That's what I have for you, Earth Elements. Peace.